Welcome to Dubai, Ritviz. So good
Hello.
to have you here in our city.
Yes.
What's the experience like every time you come here?
I think I'm back in Dubai after, pre-COVID. 2019 was the last show.
A lot has changed.
A lot has changed, yeah. I only got a chance to look around in the morning because we got in last night.
Yeah.
But yeah, missed the city, yeah.
Okay, well, before we get to talking about the show that's happening today, let's go back into your life. When you started uploading tracks from your bedroom.
Yeah.
When you started doing that, what was the feeling like? Were you doing this for yourself or it was in the hope for an audience?
Honestly, for myself, and I think I'm being very humble when I say this, that I still try to keep it like that, because as grateful as I am for people to listen to me, the intention was always to make music for myself. So it needs to be very exciting, and it needs to get that check from my end.
Yeah.
And then I hope that people enjoy. So that's where I'm at. Yeah.
But tell me something, when did you first realize that you're blending Hindustani elements with electronic beats is going to become your identity more than just an experiment?
Honestly, I did not expect for any of this to shape up the way it did in the last decade, I think now. The idea was always, I think, because early on I had influence of Indian classical, my mom's a classical singer and dad plays a tabla. So I think just growing up to that, with that influence, and then obviously getting introduced to hip hop and everything else, that weird concoction happened in the head, I guess.
Yeah.
So when I started making music, it just happened to be this weird, desi, West, hip-hop, electronica, infused thing. So none of that was formulative in nature. It was all maybe part of my, creative process. So yeah, didn't plan it out. But when it did become a product, I was like, okay, this seems like a format here that I might have built, and I think people also started to see it that way.
Yeah. But tell me something, because you were saying mom was into classical singing, and so how was the environment at home when you were growing up? Was music just a part of everything? Absolutely,
yeah. All the time. I think at home, I would wake up to mom's riyaz in the morning. That would be Sunday mornings. And dad would obviously play the tabla. There was Madan Mohan playing in the house all the time. So I grew up in that environment.
Yeah.
So yeah, music was in the house, is in the family, is in the blood.
You were just picking it up
Yeah.
Through and through. Tell me something, Urdh was not just a song, it became a moment. Yeah. What was happening in your life at that time? And what were you going through? And did it hit you later, or what's the shift sudden? What was it?
It was all, to be very honest, one, none of that was expected, very unexpected. And second, yes, it did hit like a train. I was like, whoa, it was an overnight situation. So yeah, it took some time for me to process all of that attention also, because I don't think me or my folks, none of us knew that this was, the next big thing. Urdh was actually, Rahul's here. Yeah. Rahul and I, that's my manager right there. We sat and we had picked Urdh to be one of the songs from the album that year. It wasn't even the first single.
Yeah.
We sent it to AIB and Bacardi, and we didn't know what would be the outcome. Next thing we know, it's the main single, and then the whole country is singing it. So yeah, very unexpected, and we were just all very grateful that people enjoying
We
it.
are also very grateful for it.
Yeah.
And when is the best time that music comes to you? Is it in your sleep, or when you're holidaying, or what is it like?
I wish I had an answer for you here. It comes when it has to. I'm honestly a slave to the creative process, so I respond when it comes to me. My only intention with and music is obviously a byproduct. My only true intention is that I try to be as authentic as I can to myself, as a son, as a boyfriend, as a client, all of those different roles that I play in my life. As long as I'm doing that in the most honest way I can, to the best ability, music then finds me. Yeah.
But Ritviz, you're known to bring in Indian classical elements to global electronic spaces.
Yeah.
Now, is that a conscious move to kind of represent your roots, or is it it's just something that comes naturally to you?
I want to say naturally, it is something that I enjoy doing. So I think some would like to say that I bring some sort of edge to the music making. But again, none of this is like planned out. It's not something that I sit and work on. It's stuff that I'm listening to, consuming global sounds, the stuff that is, popular and stuff that I honestly enjoy. And then with that influence in my head, I end up creating a product that might have, and then one could break it down. Okay, this has global sounds. This is the Desi element, all of that. Yeah. But honestly, it just comes from a place of like, I'm a fan of something. And so naturally, whatever I'm inputting, process hota hai, and then we have an output.
An output, which is so amazing. Yeah. Tell me, Ritviz, your performances are generally, like your live shows are very high level, high energy experiences. Yes. But I'm sure in studio, you're a different Ritviz. What is the difference between that on-stage Ritviz versus the in studio?
Honestly, I think on stage is also another... So my intention, like I said earlier, I try to be as authentic as possible. The only time I'm a little camera shy is when I'm meeting people. But on stage, I am also a different, authentic version of me. I feel like my whole intent with live shows is also that I need to celebrate with the crowd. Yeah. I'm a fan of my music as much as the next person is watching me live. So I think the idea is for us to celebrate together. Yeah. So that Ritviz is very celebratory in nature. And the Ritviz that is at home is very introverted and very shy. The only Ritviz that puts up a filter is when, he's meeting new people and he's just like, hanji, all of that happens. But yeah, that's...
Yeah, I hope I've been able to break the ice
and
absolutely. You're not very haji with me.
This is a very comfy spot. Thank you so much.
And since you're coming back to Dubai after quite some time, Dubai has changed. What are you expecting from the audience here and what are we expecting from the show?
I am so excited to play the new song. We just released that. This is actually the first show since the release. Yeah, so I'm excited to play that live today. I'm also, I read some messages. There were fans who were there for the 2019 show. So I'm excited to see them again. They're going to see me after 5 years. So yeah, it's very exciting.
Amazing. Okay, I have a quick rapid fire.
Okay. I'm very bad at this.
Let's see. Yeah. Sneakers or slides? I can see.
Oh man, slides. I'm going to say slides, yes.
Knew the answer, but I honestly thought you'd be wearing some very cool funky sneakers.
At the show. At the show.
Okay, which ones are you wearing though?
Today, what am I wearing today? I have the new, I think New Balance today that I found. Okay, yes, I might just be rocking that.
We'll see. A phrase or slang that you use too much?
Hanji.
Hanji.
Ji haan, ji haan. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. One word your friends would use to describe you?
One, I don't have friends, so that breaks the whole...
Why is that? First, tell us why you don't have friends.
Again, like I said,
introvert.
I have a very, very big, and I think my friends really are my parents. So we're just, I've just been... I don't have an answer. But if I did have friends, what would they call me?
Acha, what do your parents say about you?
Exactly, okay. I feel like an imaginary friend would call me lazy.
Lazy?
I am a little lazy. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That's not
lazy to do what?
Just, I like to laze and I'm literally like watching films all day. So that's me in general. So I think a friend would really identify.
What do you love to watch?
Anything and everything. Like I don't consume as much music as I do like everything visual.
Other content.
Yes, yeah. So my consumption media is like movies and shows and
But what genre? Like what do you like
everything.
watching?
I love psychological thrillers and stuff. That psych thrillers is my big forte, but anything and everything, honestly.
Okay. Okay, complete the sentence. Ritviz is happiest when?
When I'm around my people. Yeah. Yeah, I think when I'm around my people and I'm doing the thing I love most, which is making music. So I think that's a complete happy picture for me.
Okay, good. Last one. A genre that you'd love to experiment with next?
So again, I think I consume so much, I don't know where I'm headed. I could be listening to a UK garage song, but then I'll just absorb some elements from that, and then I'll listen to like any other genre. I'm listening to jazz, and I could absorb something there. So it's really just like the infusion that happens in the head. Yeah, I can't really.
Concoction,
It's
as you
like
said.
yeah.
Right. We look forward to anything, all the concoctions that are made up in your head, and you bring them out to us. We're very happy and glad to have it. And we're very glad to see you again in Dubai, like I said before, and look forward to your show and look forward to more and more music from you. Thank you, Ritviz. Lovely talking to you.